What's up YouTube? Jeff back again from dopetechdaily.com, and today I'm bringing you guys my top 9 tips for customizing the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus and improving your experience. Now I did make a beginner's video that talked about the first 10 things to do when you take the phone out of the box. I'll drop a link in the description to that if you guys want to check it out. Definitely do that before watching this video so you can get everything set up sort of the way you like it in terms of the basic settings. This one's more about customizing the theme, the launcher, icon pack, keyboard, anything like that that you might want to do, and also about exterior customization. I'm going to give you guys a few case options, skin options for protecting your Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus. Now, if you guys checked out my first video or you're familiar with my channel, you know I always keep a Google Keep document, sort of help us stay on track. So I've got that right here. Let's get started. The first thing I want to mention are the navigation buttons, which I actually talked about in my first video. This is available within settings. If you go to display and scroll down, you'll find the navigation bar. So I'll go ahead and take you guys back really quick so you can see where it is. Main settings, display, scroll down, right there is the navigation bar. The reason I bring this up again is because not only can you change the button layout, back, home, and recents, you can switch it. Samsung normally has the back button on the right, whereas Google and the rest of Android keeps it on the left. You can change the home button sensitivity as well, but you can also change the background color of the soft key layout on the bottom to any color of the rainbow using the color wheel. One reason you might want to do that in this video is later, after you set up your custom theme from the Samsung theme store, your icons, you might want to have the bottom bar match the color of the rest of your theme. So keep that in mind as we go through. Again, that's also covered in my first video. If you want to check it out in more depth, I'll link it below. The next thing are lock screen shortcuts. So if we go back into settings here and scroll down, so we got to go back out of display, go down to lock screen and security right there. If you scroll down, you'll see app shortcuts right here. This will allow you to put custom shortcuts on the home screen. Comes with phone and camera by default, but I don't use my phone and camera as much as I use Gmail and Hangouts. So you can see I already set that up right there. My left shortcut, you can pick any app you want. You can do the same thing with the right, and that's a pretty simple way to personalize the phone and make it a better utility for you. It's going to be easier for you to use it on a daily basis with those quick app shortcuts on the lock screen. The next thing are edge panels and lighting. So if we go back into the settings, scroll back up to display, and we go down a little bit, you'll see the edge screen settings, and there are a couple options there. You can turn the edge panels on, the edge lighting on. I'm going to talk about both of them. The edge panels allow you to get information when you swipe over here on your edge screen. There's a whole bunch of options. Now I want to bring your attention to two that Samsung's added this year. They've got Smart Select and also the Clipboard Edge. Those are very, very useful. With the Smart Select, you can actually crop a photo, say on Instagram, or a little clip of text and share it to Twitter instead of just taking an entire screenshot. That's something we've been able to do with the S Pen on the Note series for a while, but you had to use the S Pen to do it. Now you can just do it with your finger on the screen. The Clipboard Edge will keep a running list of things that you've copied. That way you can paste a whole bunch of items at once. I find that super useful. I think these two are the best edge panels Samsung's ever come up with. And of course the Apps Edge, which I talked about last year. You can actually customize that for any app. I'll show that in a second. There's a whole bunch of other options: People Edge, reminders, device maintenance, tasks, weather, quick tools, calendar, Samsung, internet, sports, finance, CNN, and support. So as I mentioned, once you set those up, you swipe over. This is the Apps Edge. You can press the plus button there and add custom apps. So you can delete some of these, like if you don't want to use the clock, because I don't really need the clock. Instead, I can go down and I can add Hangouts, which I use a whole lot more. I can add Instagram, and I can add the Photos app maybe. So you can customize the Edge panel and the Apps Edge as well. So pick the ones you want, throw away the ones you don't. I find these particular panels right here, Clipboard Edge, the Smart Select, and also the Apps Edge, to be the most useful of the set that Samsung has there. All right, the next thing I want to talk about are custom Samsung themes. I talked a lot about this last year. Now, the theme app actually is a part of your app drawer already when you get the phone. It's right there, Samsung theme. So if you just tap on that, it'll take you into the Samsung App Store, and you can find a theme that you like. There's a whole bunch of themes to choose from, so you have to look through and pick one. I want to bring your attention to the one theme that I got a ton of great feedback from last year. It's the one I've been using on my Samsung phone for the last year. I used it with the Note 7, of course, until my Note 7 had to be sent back, and that's Material Black. Now, this theme basically turns all of your settings and everything black. It gives you a black wallpaper, which of course you can change later. I'll go ahead and apply the theme right now so you guys can see what it looks like on my S8 Plus. A lot of people loved this theme last year. I'm not as sure actually if it's available outside the US. There was some confusion last year. A couple of countries were able to access it. It may only be available in certain countries. You guys will have to let me know. You can see you get that nice black wallpaper, which does look great on the AMOLED display. If you scroll down, this is what your settings look like. Those look beautiful in my opinion on Samsung's AMOLED display overall. I'm a really big fan of that. And if you go into the main settings here, you'll notice also all black and white. I love it. Not only is it a great looking theme, but this particular sort of setup with the all black is definitely going to save you a little bit on the battery due to the energy consumption. This is what the phone looks like as well. Everything looks really nice with the material black theme. But again, you can go through the Samsung theme store. You can find one that works for you. There's a lot of colorful themes, etc. I highly recommend checking one of these out. There are a lot of icon packs and wallpapers as well, but I'm actually going to talk a little bit more about where to get good custom wallpapers and apply an icon pack with a custom launcher. I don't think the icon packs in Samsung's store are very good. I mean, some of you may disagree, you can let me know, but I haven't found very many good packs, and I'm a big icon pack fan, so perhaps I just have discerning taste. So that's the Samsung theme store. Let's go back to the Keep document. The next thing I do want to talk about is a custom wallpaper, and I want to recommend a place to get a custom wallpaper. For those of you who have been watching my channels for a long time, you know that I love the app backdrops. So I highly recommend if you want to get a nice material design wallpaper, or you want to look for something, maybe that's more your style even. There's lots of different types of wallpaper, colorful wallpapers, everything. I love the designs they put out. They put out topical wallpapers, so say you want to get the LG G6 wallpaper on your Galaxy S8. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can. You can also apply, for instance, they dropped the Android O wallpaper, so if you go over to the community tab, they also have more topical wallpapers, like right here. This is the Android O wallpaper, which is very nice, so I can go ahead and set that wallpaper from within the app. You can also save it if you want to put it on the lock screen, and it'll automatically set on your home screen as well. So I really like backdrops. There are some premium options within the app, so you can pay to get certain collections. For instance, the Pro Pack, which has some nice wallpapers. They haven't updated it very much lately though, which has really been disappointing to me. Trinity, which has a bunch of things with nice little triangles there. The AMOLED pack, which is probably the best for the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. And then they also have the Be Together, and that's basically Android wallpapers themed. And then Earth, which are Google Earth inspired shots, which look really nice as well. So that's just a suggestion. There's all sorts of other wallpaper apps out there that are free, like Zedge, etc. And obviously the Samsung S8 also has some great stock wallpapers, so you can choose whichever one you want. To set the custom wallpaper, just hold down the home screen, go to wallpapers, of course. They have some to choose from within the theme store as well, and you can set your wallpaper directly from there. The other thing you can do is you can go to home screen settings by holding down there and also change the grid within the actual stock launcher. We'll talk a little more about that in just a second, because we're going to talk about a stock launcher versus a custom launcher. So that's custom wallpaper. The next thing is a custom keyboard, and this is really a preference thing. I don't like the Samsung keyboard at all, so I always download a custom keyboard. One of the ones that I use the most now is Gboard, because it has Google's GIF support in it. It also has Google Search built right in. So if you want a good custom keyboard that's clean and easy to use, I highly recommend downloading Gboard. The app's right there, made by Google. If you're a Google user like me, you're going to like it. Once you set it up, you'll have to enable it in the settings. It'll ask you to just enable it, select input method, change it from Samsung keyboard to the Google keyboard, set permissions, so then you'll be able to allow it to have permissions. And then you can also choose a theme within here as well. So once you go through the little setup and click Get Started, it'll take you to the Gboard menu. If you click on Theme, there are a lot of different color options here. You can make a custom theme if you want, landscapes. I just like to use a regular black keyboard. You can choose a little color accent for your keyboard, and that's usually the one I go with. You can also choose keyboarders or not, and that in my opinion, Gboard is the best keyboard out there, but you can look around the Play Store. I'll link a couple other options below. I mentioned a few other last year in my other video for the S7 Edge. All right, so we got a custom keyboard, custom wallpaper. The next two are sort of the biggest ones that take the most effort, and that's a custom launcher. So I actually kind of like the launcher that's on the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. Swipe up or swipe down to get to your app drawer. It's pretty convenient, but I also really like to take control of things like notification badges. I like to have access to widgets in a nice way, and also apply custom icon packs. To do that, you're going to need a custom launcher. One of my favorite ones is Action Launcher 3. You can see the icon right there. Nova Launcher is also great. I know a lot of people are going to comment that in the comments. I have used Nova for a long time, but I recently switched to Action 3. I just find it a little better for my needs. Either way, grab Action 3 or Nova, and then you can set up your custom launcher. If you tap on the icon, you'll notice that it's going to rearrange your home screen. So first of all, get ready for that. You'll also notice if you go into the App Store and then go back, it's actually going to go back to the original launcher, the Samsung launcher. So to change that, once you have your custom launcher, you're going to want to go into the settings, go to apps. You're going to have to change the default apps. So go up to the top here, little hamburger menu, and then you're going to want to go to default apps. And then you're going to want to go to home screen, change it from TouchWiz Home to Action 3. Once you change it to Action 3, once you press the home key, you've now got the Action Launcher as your main launcher. Couple nice features about Action Launcher. If you slide out from the side, you've got a nice list of your apps right there. I really enjoy it. Now, if you're not feeling having the little app drawer button back, you can actually get rid of that within Action Launcher 3 as well. You can see it has the Pixel Launcher features. So if you want to get the Pixel Launcher features, you can just hit Apply All. And this will be very similar to what you would see on the Pixel. It's not going to give you the swipe down option like you would have on the Samsung phone, but now you can at least swipe up to get to your apps. So one thing that you will notice is right here in Action Launcher, you have the option to change this from a shutter to a normal shortcut. I recommend changing it to a normal shortcut. That way you can automatically swipe up, swipe down to get into your app drawer. You can now remove the app button, so move that up here, and then put some other app down there. I don't know, whatever you want. It's going to tell you about covers as well. I'll do a follow-up video fully on Action Launcher because there's a lot of cool stuff. But I highly recommend trying a custom launcher. If you're new to Android, they're a lot of fun. You can play around with a lot of things. You can change the theme at the very top with the Google search bar. If you go in here to Quick Theme, it'll allow you to choose colors from your wallpaper. You can click on search box, change the color right there to whatever you want. And then when you go back to the home screen, the color of the search box will be changed. So it actually matches the colors that are in your wallpaper and pulls those out and allows you to use them. So you can also create a widget, lots of other cool stuff. Now, what can you do with an Action Launcher or a custom launcher that I really like? My favorite thing that you can do with Action Launcher is apply a custom icon pack. So custom icon packs, you need to install one first, and then once you have Action Launcher or Nova, if you go to the display settings, there is an option for icon pack. And I've installed one. It's called Funkong right there. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. If you click OK, go back to the home screen, you'll see that your custom icon pack has been applied. So this is the Funkong icon pack on my Galaxy S8 Plus. You can see all of the Google icons are very nicely themed. Overall, I definitely like the look of this icon pack. I've done a lot of icon pack videos in the past, so I'll link some below. But for those of you that want to download this particular one, there's the name of it right there. One thing you'll want to do in Action Launcher 3, if you enable an icon pack, is you'll want to do smart size icons. That way two things are all sort of normally sized throughout the UI. So that's custom launcher, custom icon pack. Highly recommend trying it. You can always go back to stock TouchWiz if you need to. So there's really nothing to lose, especially if you're new to Android. The next thing is the actual external customization of your phone. So say you've got custom icon pack, launcher, keyboard, all that great stuff. You actually want to get a case or a skin to protect your phone and also sort of show your own personality. I want to show you guys some options that I've been using the first few days here. UAG sent me a ton of cases. So first of all, I'm going to show you their cases. A lot of people were asking about those over on Twitter. Here are the cases I've been rocking from UAG. I'll drop links in the description below. Also have a full video on these if you want to check that out coming up. They also sent me a whole bunch more, so I'm just sort of showing these off and I'll link them all below. This one's a nice folio style right here. This is another one of the clear plasma series, Pathfinder and Metropolis right there, which is also another one that's got the cover over the screen. I'm going to give away some of these cases, so stay tuned for a future video. The other company that sent me a lot of cases, which I really like, VRS Design, I've been rocking out with this one right here. This is their High Pro Shield. I've been using this one on the Galaxy S8 quite a bit. And then they sent me quite a few. Again, I'll do a giveaway on a lot of these cases. They've got the clear case here. You've also got one that's got like a leather back, Simply Mod. You've got, let's see what else they sent me here. I haven't even had a chance to look at them all. There's so many. Another High Pro Shield, and then another High Pro Shield just for the two different sizes. So again, I'll do a case giveaway. Those are some case options that you might want to check out. I'll drop a whole bunch of cases below. These are just the 2 case companies that have sent them to me so far. The other thing I recommend checking out if you don't like cases is Slick Wraps. They're sending me some out for the Galaxy S8. This is one they actually sent me for the LG G6. I really like the new Animal series that they have from Justin Mahler. I'm a huge fan. This one's for my G6. I'm going to throw that on there tonight actually, and I have some coming for the Galaxy S8. I'll do a full video on that too if people are interested. This is another option to protect your phone. If you don't like cases, you don't want to bulk it up, then you can do that. And I'll drop a link below to this particular series for Slick Wraps as well. All right, so the last thing I want to mention, this video has kind of gotten long, but the last thing I want to mention here is that you can actually do a couple of other mods that are a little more advanced. So I want to mention these 2. If people are interested, I can do a full follow-up video on this particular mod. The guys over at XDA Developers found a couple of cool modifications that you can do from the command line using ADB. If you don't know what that is, it's something that you need to enable from within developer options. Go back to About Phone. To enable the developer options, find your build number and just tap on it 5 times. It'll gonna activate. You can see I've already turned on developer options. You'll have developer options right here. You can go in, you can actually enable USB debugging. It'll allow you to go ahead and run ADB commands. You can also do some other cool things. One of those that I like to do is change the animation scale to 1/2 from 1. So I'll probably go in and do that later. That just makes the phone seem a little faster. If you like the regular speed of the animations, it's not necessary. But the reason I point out developer options is that you actually need that in order to enable these couple of features they found over at XDA, which allows you to enable the hotspot and mobile data quick settings. These quick settings are not available on all the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus models. So if you run these ADB commands, you can actually enable those up at the top in your quick settings. Again, if you guys want me to do a full tutorial on that, I certainly can. One of the other things that they actually allow you to enable are lock screen replies with your pen enabled, so you can actually reply to a Hangouts message on the lock screen, even if you have security enabled. But if you guys want to see a full tutorial on this, I'll definitely do that. It does not persist through a factory reset though. If you guys are interested in me doing a video on those command line modifications, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely do that. All right guys, so that's my full video on the top 9 tips for customizing your Galaxy S8, S8 Plus and improving experience. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at the links in the description. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.